read no goddamn names. We are on. We're gonna read no names tonight. We're gonna be a quick show. We're going to Patron. Patron, I gotta go pass out some flyers. Any goddamn way. I don't need to be on here. Anyway, I was in the street. I was no flyers. I didn't wake up to like 4 in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
We got a viewer.
Okay. We got somebody here.
We got a viewer. People like, y'all be starting late. We ain't even supposed to be. We ain't supposed to be on this channel.
I just got my notification.
Anyway, I want to plug my show in for the Valentine's Day show. If you ain't doing it for Valentine's Day, come to the show. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be R&B and all that rap, poetry, dancing, DJ with the 90s music, and all that shit.
Yeah.
Wake up.
It's gonna be popping. It's gonna be food there.
Wake up. We ain't gonna do no long show. So if y'all came from the dirt for the dirt, we ain't about to do no dirt today. We gonna do a little oh. And tomorrow I'm gonna go on the Patreon and I'm gonna start giving people, if you want little spots. So like I had a couple of people hit me up say I want to be the researcher, and I got a couple of people say I want to do some street scenes and shit like that. So tomorrow on Patreon, we go and do the ketchup with fries. We're gonna be seeing who want parts and things like that. So I want to know like where the money going, or who's responsible for what. So we gonna need all the editors and all the researchers, and you know what I'm saying, you want to be a judge or whatever you want to do. You want to be in control of looking for black-owned businesses or anything like that. Holla at us tomorrow on the show. We're gonna test it out for the first time tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Product review. Product review tomorrow. Yeah, you there?
You got me?
This feel weird as hell without having my other goddamn phone while we on live. Feel naked as hell. I have how many people we got watching?
68, but people gonna watch it. 70, but people gonna watch it on the rerun. So like we ain't really tripping. But most of our information gonna be saved for the other show anyway. We're not really giving information on the show, but I got some cases like I want to discuss in the other group too, because I want those trolls watching. Sheena back fighting that case with old girl. I forgot her name. It's other women that have stepped up and came forward on that judge. So it's like 9 different women that they got right now. There's more women coming out. So I want to kind of do some more. Yeah, the Dana Williams. So I want to kind of do some. That's why I need these researchers and shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to kind of see what we can do to help these ladies. And I ain't asked Sheena yet, but I want to see. Like I say, can I help her? Like I know they're doing a protest. I don't know what they're doing tomorrow. It's not a protest or something. And I want to ask her if I can. If it's all right if I help her by putting it on YouTube through Hangouts, through the protests and shit like that, and then whoever on here can share it too, so it can reach more people. So if it crack tomorrow and they have to protest, I'm gonna do it on my YouTube live. I'm gonna ask everybody to share it on their Facebook so we can get more awareness out and things like that on this, because other women have stepped out, and other women are speaking up, and I think their voice need to be heard. I think their situations need to be awareness need to be raised on their situation. So like I said, this is part of what the show is about. You know what I'm saying? Finding these cases. Like I said, we ain't charging nobody no money. We just doing this out of love of our heart. We're gonna make videos and funny videos and shit like that. We want to be able to help people. And this is this is a perfect opportunity to start helping people. Especially we already know Sheena. We already close to the situation. Well, my sister just hit me and said, my sister just hit me. I can't tell people my sister is. They're going to be hollering my sister down. Oh, your sister. Anyway, my sister mom. Anyway, ain't nobody's birthday, is it? I got to see my sister mom. Anyway, also, we're gonna be raising other classes. I mean, I say classes. We're gonna be having other shows that were suggested to me. I'm saying, to bring a little bit of awareness to like topics. You know, like I want to start a funny show. Like somebody told me that I should start a show like Cheaters and things like that. So I want to go back and see how can I rewrite and come with a brand new show like Cheaters. And I have another somebody want to know. I have a show about women's body and about weight loss and things like that. Yeah. I always, you know what I wanted to do? I had the Cheaters for down. I always wanted to do a Cheaters for download dudes because I can't stand download dudes. I was like, what if I get some gay dudes? That would probably get you killed in LA. Like you exposing these gangbangers and shit like that.
I don't know. You might want to think about life.
But I got like Melanie from Chief from the UK. She wanna do some street interviews, and she also she the one came up with the Cheaters thing, you know. And I want to look into that. And Jen, she the one came up. She want to have a show where we talk about, because I lost weight, you lost weight. You know, we want to be able to encourage women on bettering their body and their health and things like that. But we want to be able to, everything is in comical ways. So I'm fit to try to find ways and different outlets and things, different people come and talk about these things and bring funniness and bring awareness without making people feel insecure, you know what I'm saying, and things like that, or just bringing confidence to people and making people actually enjoy the conversation instead of making people feel bad about themselves about the conversation. Because you can talk about weight loss and you can make people feel bad. Sometimes I used to feel bad when people like losing weight, trying to tell me how to lose weight and make you feel guilty. So like, damn, I feel kind of guilty by being this way, you know. I know he's talking for the good of me, but so I think sometimes you can tell people about their bodies in a different way. You know, you ain't gotta be like, you need to do this, you need to do that. Are you gonna fucking die? Are you gonna fucking? You want to give? I'm like, God damn, my nigga, can you do something positive or something? You need to say, can you gonna see a dick again or something? Like, are you gonna fucking die? High blood pressure.
Everybody gotta die. Everybody gotta die. If you die, everything gonna die.
Yeah. I'm like, nigga, I know this, nigga. You know? So, like I said, I really need them research. Like, we're gonna go and we really need them research. Like, we don't need a couple of researchers, we need a lot of researchers because we need people to work in different fields. If you wanna I guess take part of a woman and better their body and shit like that, I mean, holler at me about that. You know what I'm saying? And give me the information that's best suitable, you know, to go out and get. You know, maybe I need to talk about food, or maybe I need to go to the gym and talk to the nutritionist, or bring a workout person on the show or things like that. But with this Google Hangouts, it allows me to reach out to people and not disturb their everyday plans, you know, and have them come over here and give knowledge. But like I said, everything is still going to be in a comical way, but we just want to bring awareness. And we're still going to be doing like a lot of shows on YouTube, but all our information is going through Patron because we don't want trolls and things like that coming up in there and getting our information, trying to deward our plan. Like, oh, they finna do a fundraiser. We need to stop that before. Or they trying to do this. We need to get there before. So we're not going to be discussing any business that we're doing on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We're probably discussing the after results and things like that, but we're not going to be discussing anything. We're not going to be showing receipts. We're not going to be doing none of that on this channel right here. You know, everything's going to be saved for the other channel. We probably come over here, have fun and commercials and updates and nothing. Okay, go ahead.
While we talking about guilt and health and all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? I know I went on Facebook and said something, but I owe y'all an apology for yesterday. Like, man, but blaq had a great idea about how we grow from this, or how we grow from what happened yesterday. Like, I really owe y'all an apology. Yesterday I was triggered really bad, and it had a horrible trickle down effect. And it affected blaq in a way that was really negative. And I didn't even get a chance to really listen to what was being said because I was being so combative. But we good. Like, me and blaq is good. Blaq know I love him. We've talked. I apologize to him, but I'm apologizing to y'all too because we family. I'm apologizing to y'all too because we family. this is family for real, for real. That's why I get so passionate and why I get so heated, because I love y'all so much. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know what I'm saying, I just want y'all to know we are still good. I ain't going nowhere. It's still Black Team Strong forever. He's stuck with me. Ain't nothing he can do about it. He's stuck with me.
So on the flip side of that, I wanna. That's actually a good show. We kind of discussed too, because on the flip side of that, right? This is I want to get a little personal on me. This is one of the reasons why I'm single, right? Because situations like trigger effects and things like that, and women lash out and things like that. Not saying her, right? I'm talking about in general. I deal with these situations a lot, right? And I think it needs to be awareness raised, because like yesterday, I didn't know what was a trigger effect on the subject we had, and I'm talking about it, and her explaining to me a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Made me understand a little bit more about what can trigger somebody. I didn't know. I had no knowledge, and nobody told me before. You know, I still, I ain't gonna say I was right. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? It was ignorant. I was getting judged, and I was being and I understood her pain. I didn't understand her pain because I didn't know what she was talking about at the time. I understood the pain when she was lashing out. That's why I was being the bigger man. I didn't argue back. I just kept laughing. You know, I kept on trying to explain certain situations, but I didn't give. I mean, a lot of people wanted me probably to argue back and make points and things like that, and I wasn't going to do that, because I understand women pain, and I don't never want to go there. So I have to be the bigger man. I even heard the people on Facebook, "Oh, Black, you lose." I mean, YouTube, "Oh, Black, you lose," and "Oh, Black laughing as a defense mechanism," and all that. I wasn't doing that. I was laughing out of respect, because I didn't know what else to do. I'm getting bashed on YouTube, and I'm getting bashed on in the chat. So what am I supposed to do? Start bashing back? As a man, you know what I'm saying? You got to take that. You got to take that. And a lot of men don't understand when a woman lashing out. Sometimes it's not nothing. It don't have nothing to do with you. And sometimes as men, we got to understand that sometimes women just want to lash the fuck out. But women have to let us understand why they're lashing out. If we're ignorant to it and we don't know how to help you, like, okay, how can I help you? And you don't want to tell us, and then we're being faulted for it. That's wrong. I'm not saying her. I'm talking about in relation.
The thing with triggers is that it's really difficult, because a lot of times when you're in the heat of the moment, like you don't think that you're not allowing somebody that the opportunity to heal or to love somebody through something. It's like you said, you know, just tell you if something is wrong. Don't say. Sometimes we just really don't know we've been triggered until we look back on what's happened, because in that moment the only thing you think about is defending yourself. So like I was trying not to I was trying to tell you I was triggered without trying to tell you, without saying on the show that I was triggered in so many ways, and it made it, I frustrated myself trying not to discuss certain things on live. You know what I'm saying? And I internalized that, and I made my issue and what I had been through and the things that I had gone through that I had been triggered to. I made that a part of the debate, which wasn't even supposed to be a debate. I just was ready to fight at that point, like verbally or otherwise.
I feel you.
And it's not your fault. And it's like it's so difficult. Like talking about triggers is a trigger. So for anybody that's watching, the views expressed in tonight's YouTube are not the views of YouTube nor its affiliates. Viewer discretion is advised. But if you have triggers, now is probably a good time to kind of go chill out for a bit, maybe come back in like 10, 20 minutes and check and see what we got going on.
Me?
Triggers, they instantly take you to a negative space. It's like, you know how you get the reflex, you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. That's just a reflex thing. You know, after a while, it just becomes reflex. Somebody hit you, you swing back. Triggers are kind of like that. It's like once it happened, whatever your customary reaction is to this emotion, that's where it takes you immediately. Like if you had a mom that you really hated, and she used to wear this certain perfume, and if you smell this perfume, you just get angry as fuck for no reason, and you just really don't understand why. Like some people really don't understand why. Some people can identify their triggers, and some people can't. So like luckily I was able to go back, look, listen to myself, listen to what was going on, and be like, nah, I know exactly I knew I was triggered then, but I'm saying to find them key points and to realize that I just latched on to that feeling, and I held on to that feeling, and I did not let it go. Like I didn't even want to change the subject. I was there. I was in that moment, and I just, in my mind, I was fighting my way out of being. I was fighting my way out of looking like an idiot in my mind. In my mind, I felt like I was being made to be an idiot, even though that's not sure. That wasn't your intentions, but it came directly behind that trigger. And everybody can't articulate that. That becomes difficult, particularly for rape victims or anybody that's dealt with anything like that in their life. Sexual abuse particularly is really delicate for women. It's really, really, really delicate. And it can be so bad that you can be triggered into wanting to kill somebody. Like somebody else can get the brunt of that pain. Like you saying, you know, we lashing out, you don't know what's going on. Somebody else is getting the brunt of that pain because just for that damn emotion they felt, bro. That shit is so fucking wicked. Excuse my language. Excuse my language, y'all. But that shit is wicked as fuck.
And the reason why we even talking about this, right? Why we need to bring this up? We didn't want to. We already talked about this behind the scenes, but we think this is like I said, this show is about awareness, and and everything has to necessarily be funny. I can joke about it and things like that, but I don't think this right here. I can joke about it later. I'm definitely gonna write a joke about it. But right now is not the time to joke about it. Right now is the time for awareness because, like I said, I need to know these things so I won't make another woman uncomfortable. So I'm one of these type of dudes. If you tell me something, I'm gonna listen. I don't assume I know everything, you know what I'm saying? But if you tell me anything, I'm gonna listen. Like somebody told me, you ain't never supposed to ask a woman her age or her weight. I ain't never supposed to ask no woman her age. Why is that? Don't do it. You know, you don't never tell a woman she look tired. I never. There's certain things, you know what I'm saying. You have to be taught, or you don't know.
Goddamn exhausted. I know.
You know what I'm saying?
But goddamn, it's been a long ass fucking day. You know what's been going on today. Like I've talked to you about what's been going on, so you know what's going on. Yeah. Like I know they probably in the comment section like, Nisha, you okay? Nisha, like my voice is gone. Like I legit cried about what was going on because you're my brother. And I've done it. This has happened in my family. Like I've been triggered to a point where, you know, it's like certain things that they say they don't know neither. They don't know, like a lot, they just don't know. Nobody. So a lot of these triggers I'm learning along the way. And it's embarrassing to lose yourself like that. And I believe in accountability, and I tell people, you hear me tell people all the time to be accountable. Like that wasn't, like I was saucy and everything, but that trigger, that shit sobered me up. I could tell you everything I said. I said when we was talking about it, I was able to tell you verbatim a specific sentence because I know what triggered me. That shit stuck in my head, even though it wasn't anything wrong you were saying. That sentence sent me. It sent me, and I didn't come back.
Yeah,
I didn't come back. I fell asleep. I cried myself to sleep and woke the fuck back up like 2 hours later. That shit sat on me so bad. That shit so wicked. That shit is wicked as fuck.
Like even then, right? Like sometimes, right? And even when you lash out, right? Like I said, I've been like, contrary with people think I've been a side nigga for a long time, right? One of the things about being a side nigga, you have to listen to what a woman says. That's part of being that. So I heard these stories over and over the rape cases and things like that. So when I say I understand, I fucking truly understand, right? Because I've been telling something personal, right? I don't know who my fucking daddy is. My mother never discussed that. And I always ask people like, why do you think my mother wouldn't discuss that? She probably don't want to. I left it alone. So I know it can get deep. I never talked to my mother about that because I know these situations can be deep. She don't want to talk about it. She would have told me. Hell, I didn't understand growing up until I got to talking to other people and learn from other women about their experiences, what could have happened. I'm like, okay, well, maybe I need to back up because maybe she don't want to go there. So when people say you don't understand, you understand, maybe I don't understand, but it's up to us to teach each other. Okay, what this person can be going through, or what this person be going through. Because, like I said, when you lash out at somebody, you don't know how that person may take it, or you don't know what that person may have been through, or you don't know what that person's trigger point. That's why instead of me like arguing back and things like that, I laugh. Because why would I want to get into an argument or a serious conversation and I know she's emotional? That would have been less of a man to me.
It's not that we don't it's not that your feelings aren't considered, because at that point, depending on the severity of what's, you know what I'm saying, of your triggers and how deep it takes you and what you've gone through, like legit, you don't even have, you in your mind, you don't have time to consider anything other than survival. Like it gets that deep, like a trigger will send you that fucking deep, like you'll legit feel like, and you thousands of miles away from me, and you laugh, and then you my brother, and I know you my brother, and I still felt like I needed to defend. It was the first time I ever felt like I really needed to defend me. Like I literally felt like I was defending me yesterday. And that was again. That was, I took that trigger.
See, sometimes look, even then, right? Even then, I'm gonna give you women a lesson on that, right? Because other men out there that's like me and things like that, right? You gotta judge men by their character, right? You're always supposed to give a good nigga the benefit of the doubt.
You're not thinking about nothing like that. That's what I'm saying. Like you saying for us to, or for us to have a conversation about triggers and for us to teach you anything that you don't know, and at that moment, like you don't think about. I didn't even remember. When I talked to you earlier, I didn't even feel like that's what was going on, and I had went back and rewatched it. I was still in the trigger when I woke up this morning through the afternoon. Like I was still there. I had to talk to you. I was still in that. Like when I had talked to Auntie when I talked to one of our aunties, and I was still crying about it. Like that shit is you can't. It's not that I'm not gonna say can't. It's, I would prefer if. See, again, that's what I'm saying. Like it's touchy because you
know what I know. I know what you do. Like on the situations, right? On the situations, I know, right? Even relationships, right? Sometimes you got to give somebody space and time, right? That's why sometimes I don't. When I get into arguments and things like that, I don't necessarily have to say nothing to certain women, right? Being silent makes them think about what they've done, and then they can tell you themselves, like, "Why you not talking to me?" Man, come on, you know why I'm not talking to you. Oh, it's because, and they'll tell them themselves because people know why, but they don't necessarily want to say it, And if you don't say it, they're going to have to say it for you because people got to understand, like, we know we fuck up. We know that. It takes, sometimes we feel like it's embarrassing for us to say, I'm sorry, I apologize, and shit like that, because we have to humble ourselves. I don't mind doing that because I can talk about people like a motherfucker. So why I can't apologize to people in the same with the same token? In the same token,
this ain't the first time I've had to apologize, and it probably won't be the last. Like I have no problem with apologizing and whatnot, and I was able to articulate to blaq how I was feeling about the situation. We came to ourselves an agreement, and I started like right or wrong. I started by saying I'm sorry before anything. Before there was, it wasn't about pointing blame or anything about that. It was all, and it's always been about accountability for me. Always. I am human. I'm gonna fuck up, and because of some of the things that I've gone through in my past, there are going to be times where I can't readily control myself. And it's not that I don't want to. It's not that I don't. There's no control over that. There's no that's like they tell you when you going through drug rehab and alcohol rehab and all of that stuff. They tell you to identify your triggers. because those triggers can make you relapse. It can make you want to get high again. It can make you want to get drunk again, feeling this way, being told this thing, smelling this smell, going to this place, seeing this person's name can be so strong that it'll make you go to crack. It'll make you go back to drugs. You can be clean for 10, 20 years and still get to a point where one thing happened. And that one thing is not the straw that broke the camel's back. It's a trigger, and it can send you to hell.
Yeah, that's and that's something that needs to be addressed because, like I say, like I know a lot. Like I said, a lot of situations, a lot of women hold things in because it's hard for them to let things out because of the judgments they're going to get, the ridicules they're going to get. You know what I'm saying? Probably the shame they can receive from that. So it's hard to get out. And like I said, we need to have more platforms and more women come out and say, well, this is how we get over it. We need more women to be examples of this because this happened, you know what I'm saying, doesn't mean it's the end of the world that you can become this, it needs to be some kind of a standard. It needs to some kind of teaching point of that because with a young woman, I read the book Conversation with God, right? One of the chapters it said, was asking God the question, is beauty in everything? It's even beauty in rape. Motherfucker, like, hold on, how can you say it's beauty in rape? It said the act is not beautiful, but what comes after the act. What if you took that, you know what I'm saying, and you learn from that, and you like, I'm not gonna let any other girl experience what I'm gonna experience. And you or what if a girl who experienced that, and needs some kind of guidance and needs somebody to talk to, you know what I'm saying, and you experience that, but you out of it and you totally healed and things like that. What if you can help another girl out of it because you've been through the same thing? You feel her pain. So the pain is not in the action. The pain is what comes after the action. The way they explained it made me understand a little different. Like say in other cultures, like other races, right? A kid die or get shot, they hold foundations and memorials and such and such this and such and such park that and things like that. When Black people die, we don't really get that same thing. Or let's say a rape victim. A white lady get raped or something, you know what I'm saying? She go out there and her organizations and women this and outpower this and things like that. The Black community is really done. You know what I'm saying? I think it needs to be more women like coming together and letting people know like we need to help the women.
Say that I would have to disagree on it not being done in our community. It's just not vocalized about it being done. Like if you research organizations and nonprofit organizations to assist rape victims in the African American community, there are a lot of different programs for that, and there's a lot of counseling programs for that. They just, like you said, I would prefer that we get some awareness to it.
Exactly. Why should I have to reach them? Why should I have to reach them? Why shouldn't they be available to the women that needs them? Why should they have to go look for them? They should be able, like, look, if you ever need help or you need this situation, this would turn. Why they need to go look for help? It shouldn't. That's what I'm trying to say.
A lot of times, people have to seek help. They have to go look for the help because you don't know a rape victim just by looking at them. And you can't just stand outside and say, hey, are you a rape victim? Come here, because it singles them out. A lot of women need that confidentiality. So they have to go out and they have to look for the help. And they have to be able to say, hey, if you, well, you're a man, so you really don't know that they kind of do that like that. Like when you go to the hospital or for a woman, every time you go to the hospital and every time you go to the doctor, they ask you if you've been abused. Every time.
Can I ask you a question? One more question before you go there, right? I talk to a lot of women, and I got that perspective, right? But what if the woman is mentally intelligent? I mean, not mentally, but what if she doesn't know mental steps to take to does that, and she needs the help? I mean, it's a different thing if she knows and does it. What if she doesn't know? She's illiterate to the fact that she has the ability to do it. That's what I'm trying to say. Raise awareness of them type.
I feel you, but and I'm saying that it's kind of a catch-22 because a lot of times the rape advocates are there to make the rape victims feel safe, like they really want them to feel safe, and so they try to move in the best interest of confidentiality when it comes to rape victims. So that's when they kind of have to make a choice between the majority versus like the YWCA in South Bend, Indiana. If you call them to talk to any of the residents, they're gonna tell you we can neither confirm nor deny their existence. You know what I'm saying? But they tell you when you get there that what type of programs they have for therapy and whatnot after you've said something. Like they don't like it's hard to explain. It's kind of a catch-22. Some women want to do everything in secret, so they go look for it themselves. It's not a lot of people out there just saying, hey, publicly, like it's like abortions. That's what I'm thinking about. That's the word I'm thinking about. It's like abortions. So Planned Parenthood is probably the only abortion clinic place you're gonna see plastered on a billboard. So if you want to go and you get that's something that's confidential because you worried about the ridicule that you get. The confidentiality is necessary. So if there is somebody, like I would encourage any woman that doesn't know how to look to call your local hospitals, call the fire department, 411.
That's one of the things I always had. I told you, my best friend, I had two dudes I used to hang around, right? One was the child molester and one was a womanizer. I didn't know that, right? Because no one spoke of this, right? I've been kicking with these dudes for the past 10 years. I've been kicking with a child molester and a dude that women not even knowing because nobody wants to talk about these things. So me not knowing, like, okay, I would have never been with these dudes. I said something, but now I'm kicking with this dude. I'm smoking weed with this dude. We're going to clubs, and this dude molested his daughter. Or I'm going over this dude's house all the time playing video game, and not knowing he probably just beat his wife. That's what I'm saying. We need to know these things because if we're ignorant to these things, especially a dude like me,
but that's not necessarily safe for the victim. Yes, y'all deserve to know that thing, but if everybody found out about that and that man got beat up half to death and they damn near killed him, but he did not die, and he went and he killed the person that told on him. You know what I'm saying? If she didn't tell the police so that person can get locked up.
Even now, right? Even now,
bringing in, because a lot of times, and I can't even say a lot of times, like I studied the statistics on it or anything, because I don't have the numbers on, rape victims and the demographic behind. Oh my God, I'm so exhausted, y'all. I am so sorry.
You want to get ready to take your ass to bed? This is the last show we're gonna do in here. You want to take your ass to bed?
I done been
we'll finish this tomorrow on the Patreon.
It's healthy for us to debate and be able to come back to each other, for y'all to see us come back to each other too, because we human. And as you can see, that trigger, but I've only said that sentence back, and we've been talking about it. We talked about it for a good little minute, and I've only said that sentence the one time that I talked to you. That shit, it's that deep, bro.
I'm saying it triggers that, like I say, men need to know about. So we don't, like, now I know, like, for the next female, it's probably not cool to say, even though it's innocent. I know I can know it's a possible. Yeah. So maybe I need to word it or something different. But now I know that, yeah. And even though the lesson was like, it was harsh, but I know what kind of pain can cause from even saying something like that, even though it's innocent.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's what it's all about. It's about learning.
And I ended up. I missed a lot of information. I missed a lot of information last night. I really did. Like I legit felt like, and if you listen to, like you said, you was listening to what I say, you listen to what I said. Okay, this person know more than me. I legit got to a point where I felt like I was defending myself, and it didn't have anything to do with you saying anything wrong, and it had everything to do with taking me back to a place where I needed to survive.
And I would never like me myself. I hate when people told me they understood how I felt my grandfather died, right? Or certain shit, or how they feel when my mother's in the hospital and shit like that. And I told them, you can never feel that unless you experienced it. But like I tell women, I can never tell you how you supposed to feel about something. Never. That would be stupid of me.
It's hard because men be like,
I
you
can
need
never
to
do
tell
that.
me so that I know. And it's like, I can't tell you because I don't even know.
Like, you don't understand. Like, women be like, you don't understand. I'm like, you're right. I don't understand, but can you teach me? Like, I'm willing to learn a little bit more about it because if I don't understand, because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't understand.
We can only tell you so much. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff you just can't put it like if somebody was to ask you how deep was the hurt from losing somebody that you love like that, and the first thing most people say is, I can't even put it into words. It's like that. Like you can't really put it into words, and sometimes you don't even realize that you're even there. You don't even realize that you've gone from 0 to 100. You just there. You just there, and then the next day you're like, damn, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really want to redo the sex conversation because I missed everything. I missed the fact that it wasn't supposed to be a debate. I missed that.
I didn't ever want to debate. I never want to debate. I want to agree with.
I missed that. I felt like it was a debate, and I can't even tell you what other than when aside from when we got to the time where you were saying that, you know, my theory is wrong and whatnot, what have you. Aside from that, I think I don't know if I might also have an issue with being told that that I don't know something. Even then
I was still a joke. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yo, shit, I be doing that shit all the time.
It wasn't that you did nothing wrong. It had nothing to do with nothing that you did personally. This is the way my brain reacts to hearing that sentence. Sent me off. I mean, all off. All my whole demeanor changed from hearing that. That sentence changed my whole demeanor, and it wasn't about you, and I didn't catch it. I didn't feel it. I didn't see it. It just happened, bro. It just happened, and I can't do nothing but say I'm sorry. I can't defend it.
One of the reasons why most of the people that fuck with me are women, like 98% of who I fuck with are women, because I understand and they know I understand. You know, I talked to plenty. I done heard all the stories and things like that. I done felt all the pains. People don't know. All my shows, even though I cleverly made them, all my shows are basically to uplift women. Ratchet Court TV, if you about the baby daddy, which if you know a Wednesday, the base show, every show I have is to basically cater and get information for women, from women, by women. All of it is.
I know I got shit going on. I just did the grandma monkey yarn on live, bro.
Your monkey what?
I said I just did the grandma monkey yarn on live.
I heard that too. Heard that. Heard the grandma monkey yarn. No, but look, it's probably people in relationships right now that's watching this that probably need to hear that, because it's probably women inside relationships that have trigger points and don't know how to express them to their husband. You know, shit like that, or maybe dating a man and don't know how to, you know, and he may be doing something wrong and it may irritate her and she don't know how to tell him. So these are some of the things we need to talk about, like what's the best way to tell a man, you know what I'm saying, that's the wrong thing to say, and make him understand it, because a lot of men are stubborn. I understand that. Believe me, I got a lot of game from women. I know niggas are hard-headed. I know niggas are stubborn. I know all of that. I know niggas are dumb. I always say, my woman got to be smarter than me. She does. I always say that. I always say I will never argue with a woman because a woman is smarter than me. I can out-truth a woman. I never try to outsmart a woman. I will never do that. I'm never fit to argue with no woman. If you ask any woman, do black argue? No. That nigga will leave you if you want to argue. If I got to argue with you, we got to fight and fight.
I only want to argue. I debate all day.
Talk about my relationship
all fucking day long, bro. I go toe to toe with anybody all day long, and that's just I'm a passionate debater. So
I'm talking about relationships. In relationship, I'm talking about people that's probably in relationships that don't know how to express themselves in relationships. I'm not talking about the debate. I'm talking about maybe this can help somebody understand their relationship.
I just was throwing my 2 cents in. No, I wasn't disagreeing with you.
Yeah, I was saying like we can find ways that help people in relationships express themselves better and like understand like. Maybe I'm hurt, and this is why I act this way sometimes, and things like that. So you're gonna have to understand this. Sometimes I'm gonna lash out on you and things like that. It may for no reason and things like that. It's not because of you. It's because I'm hurt. And a lot of men don't know why she acting like that. Why she tripping? And we confused. She's hurt. You know what I'm saying? She don't want to talk. She need to hit you on the chest. She need to cry. She need to do something. That's why a lot of women cheat. Like.
The last time we had a trigger issue, I told you, I said, I'm going to forget the safe word because we don't argue like that. You know what I'm saying? Me and you never argue. And it only happens when I'm triggered. The only time we ever argue is when I'm triggered. And it's so crazy.
I don't argue. Look, I'm not going to argue.
We have regular debates. We be laughing. We be joking and shit. We've debated a number of times, but we only argue when I'm triggered. I told you the last time I said I'm gonna forget, but we can try. I can't promise you that it's that how I'm gonna react, but I can promise you that I'll try. And that's
how many times you think Tony tried to get me into an argument and I stayed like a man, like I'm not about to argue with you? How many times you think like different other freedom fighter people and women try to get me in arguments, I didn't go there with them? I'm not about to go there with no woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna sit there and laugh. I'm gonna fucking leave. I'm not gonna sit there and debate with you because one, you outsmarter than me. One, I'm not about to get you emotional. You're not about to play me on that emotion. And one, I'm not about to say nothing out of anger to you. So I'm either gonna laugh or walk the fuck away. It's only 2 options. You argue with me.
I don't necessarily think arguments are unhealthy though. I guess it's levels.
Talking is healthy.
I don't argue with my boyfriend. Me and my boyfriend, we don't argue at all. We've been together for a year and we had one argument. We've disagreed, but we be able to talk. Like I'm able to talk to him. Even when I'm triggered, I'm able to talk to him and tell him why I'm hurt. Like I didn't get that opportunity yesterday because it was in the heat of the moment and I thought we were debating. So I just was fighting back. In my mind, we were debating and I was fighting back and I needed to. But when I have any situations that I have with him, like he don't really trigger me like that. But if he ever was to, he knows, you know what I'm saying? I've talked to him about it before.
He can fuck the shit out of you. That's why he can be like, you know what? He can stick something in your mouth quick. Like, you mad? I got this trigger. I got this trigger pulled. Like,
I don't be mad at him. I can't get mad at him. I don't be mad at him, and he don't be mad at me. We be chilling. This is the chillest shit. I'm starting to think I live in a fucking dream right now. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't argue.
Well, a reason why I'm single is because another reason why I'm single is I understand women too fucking much. I'm passionate just like a woman. I cry on a movie and all that old shit. I'm passionate just like a fucking woman. I've been raised by fucking women.
Because you're too much like him.
I've been raised by women. That's all I know is I've been raised. My mother, my sisters, my cousins, my friends. I've been surrounded by women all my life. The pains, I ain't know. The only thing, I'm not gay. I ain't got no gay tendencies in me. Any goddamn means of that imagination. I have been raised by all fucking women, and sometimes I understand a little too fucking much.
Like I feel the same way. Shit, I got 9 brothers, 2 daddies. I can't even tell you, God knows how many uncles. And I was raised with like when I was born, the generation was mainly boys in the family that I was around the most. My dad had girls because there are girls on my father's side of the family that's my age too. But like I spent more time because I lived with my mom instead of living with my dad. I spent most of my time around a lot of boys, around a lot of men. You know what I'm saying? But I can't help how I react when I'm triggered. So that's why men like this, don't have no problems. That's why I don't have issues like that. I don't.
I told you this story, right?
That's why my ass ain't married no more. Cause I'll leave.
I told you the story, right? Let me tell you the story. Let me tell you a story. My best friend, right?
Save. I don't even know if you deleted it. Did you delete the video? Ketchup or fries?
No, I don't know. I don't know if I did. I think so.
I was trying to see, can we get that to one of our editors? Because the first hour and a half of the motherfucker was
I can delete it. It's nothing. I can delete it. It's nothing.
I don't want you to delete it, but I don't.
We weren't really talking about. So I don't care about the views. If we can get that, we can do another show, get the views. That shit ain't nothing. I'll delete the whole post.
It's not about the views. You know what I'm saying? But I understand it. I wasn't even damn near in control of myself like that. I don't like it. Shit.
No, it's all good.
But I want to save everything else that we talked about, because everything else that we talked about it was a good show up until that point. So I don't want to lose that. I just want to chop off the fat. You feel what I'm saying?
If you good, you can make all kind of good shows. I don't give a fuck about that show. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. I ain't no chopping it. We can make another show. Fuck that show.
We just made another show. We just did this show. Goddammit. We in this bitch. We in this bitch.
People think we care about the numbers.
I bought a new robe. I can't even put the fucking robe on. I bought a new goddamn robe a week ago, and I cannot put this motherfucker on because these bitches keep hating on this robe. And as long as you bitches hate on this robe, I'm gonna keep wearing this motherfucking famous ass robe. My robe is as famous as Blaq's goddamn curtains.
Look, and they don't understand, right? Like,
and they understand. It's robes.
Let them hate. Like they probably on here hating, right? You know why I put my person like my relationship. You know why I put my situation out with about like my mother and my brothers and my family and shit like that, because maybe somebody can learn from the experiences that I had. Maybe somebody who experienced the same thing I experienced, you know what I'm saying, with their mother and things like that can say, I can forgive my mother, because like I forgave my mother for everything. You know what I'm saying? Some people like I said, lemon head, you know what I'm saying, don't want to forgive their mother, you know, and like maybe me talking about my experiences and not being able to say I'm sorry to my mother, maybe that can help somebody. You know what I'm saying? So some of my comedy is not just like, I don't mind, you know, putting my business out here, and I know people are gonna bash me for it, you know, and shit like that. Oh, Blaq, mother this and Blaq mother that and shit like that. I don't mind, because I know my relationship. I know how much I love my mother, and I know how I forgave her. So there's nothing anyone can say, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, I feel fucked up because he talked about I shouldn't release that. No, if there's nothing about my life that I am ashamed of, because it made me the person who I am today. You know, and I'm proud of that person. It made me the harder worker. It made me it made me have the ambition. It gave me the motivation. It made me the person I am today. So I'm not ashamed of none of that. The fact that I've been in prison, the fact that none of that. I used to even, like I said, I even had a fucking sex addiction. That's why I say, triggers. You think when I probably had sex about once. I don't even think I had sex this year yet. But that's not because I ain't had the opportunity. I've been doing other shit. Sex is a fucking trigger to me. All these women calling me, talking about giving me compliments and want to do this, and you don't think I'd be wanting to? I'd be like, you know what? I gotta, like, tonight I gotta go pass out these flyers. I gotta go do this. I gotta go do that. I would love to just be in something and knock something out all goddamn night, but I'm busy doing something else. I know if I get caught up in that, I get one shot of coochie, and I know I gotta have one night stand, or I gotta have a female. She got a husband. She gotta go back home too. I can't have no assistant girlfriend right now because there's gonna be too many problems. She's gonna be on a nigga. Where you been? Where you going? Emotion. She ain't understand.
You gotta be out here soliciting your damn trigger. Ain't that about a bitch?
If they married, send it.
Somebody know I didn't know, nigga. You got me
they married, send
people to see the pictures of some shit that's gonna trigger you. Ain't that about a bitch?
Right now, I only can fuck with a woman who got something to lose. She ain't got nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna play by the rules. She got something to lose. She gonna keep her motherfucking mouth shut. She gonna play by the rules. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna have
be a side nigga forever.
No, I'm not. Nigga for life. That's what I find a ratchet. Until I find a ratchet, like I tell females, until I find a ratchet businesswoman, she gotta be ratchet. My girl My girl I'm a freak, so she gonna have to be a freak. She gonna have to be able to fuck all the time, and then we have to go out there and conduct business after we fuck, and then we gonna have to after we conduct business, we have to come back and fuck again. Then before all that, fuck doing business after business, all that. I'm be like, y'all some nasty motherfuckers. Like, yeah, we're gonna be I'm gonna be doing lives to get through fucking like, whoo, god damn. That's how my shit gotta be. We can be doing a video right now. Y'all don't know she be down here giving me some fellatio. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be like, what's wrong with blackface? And she be doing her job. Y'all be like, you see, like, is that a ponytail? I'll be like, you know what? It's time to cut the feed. I need a female like that.
Okay, it's time to go. My man is shit. How long are we supposed to be doing this? I gotta take care of home, goddamn.
She gotta take care of home, y'all. So we gotta get off. So she gotta take care of home.
You gotta be, ooh, give me this scrubs. I see the scrub. Ooh, I use that.
What the fuck? You can hang up now and get you some dick if that's what you want to do. You can hang up now and get some dick. No, I'm not none. I'm here to talk to the people about my non-committal self. About my non-committal self. I am. Somebody said I'm non-committal. I am too committed. I have never cheated on a woman in my existence. Ever. You can never. Ain't no woman ever gonna say, well, black was fucking other bitches. No, they're never gonna say that. So I'm not a cheater. When I'm not in a relationship, I do my thing, but I am not a cheater. Always dick first. Otherwise, be better. I'm not in a sense that I'm not nobody. I don't care what you say. What I say about what? That's good quality. I've cheated a lot of times. I know Charles Jordan. You a scandalous ass nigga. Charles on here said he cheated a lot of times. He still cheating. He trying to cheat right now.
Damn, Charles, goddamn.
Charles trying to cheat right now. That nigga trying to. All ladies, look. Charles is if you in my nigga Charles Jordan City, holla at him. That nigga say he puts it down. If he on my channel, that mean he must got some good dick. If he on this channel, I don't know. I'm letting you. You know in this town, I'm a nigga Charles Jordan, ladies. If you on this YouTube post right now, you in this. Hey Charles, what city you in? What city you in, Charles? What city with Charles
Bring
in?
Charles on the panel.
That nigga say he just being honest. What city you from, Charles? What city that nigga from?
Tell Charles get on the panel.
Nigga, Charles, what city Charles from? Chicago. He from the Chi. Chicago. There's lots of pussy in the Chi. I know somebody watching the Chi. Yeah, my boy Charles Jordan. He looking to cheat tonight in the Windy City.
It's some beautiful Chi-Town ladies in the chat.
Who is Chi-Town? You better holler.
Damn, baby,
you better holler. This be love connection. We're gonna be doing some dating game shit on here. If you from the city of Chicago, we probably have 3 women come on here. We probably have.
Y'all lining right before y'all get on this motherfucking panel. Y'all know me and Black be is some jokesters and shit. Don't come on this motherfucker talking about looking for love. And it don't look like you looking for love, nigga. You better come on this motherfucker looking for love.
go block cornball the queen. My apologies, Elizabeth. Let me see. Tiny pause. I gotta do some commercials. I gotta do some commercials.
Oh yeah.
For Auntie them. I gotta do some commercials for Auntie them. I was talking about doing the commercials on the little shit last year, so I could do some commercials.
Oh yeah, I seen that. I can't wait to see that popping. That's gonna be funny as hell. They should wear the cop outfit.
Come up for that motherfucker wear the cop outfit. Doing that shit. I'm finna take I gotta go pass out these flyers. I'm finna go find some club to go to. I probably it's late with y'all. That's like 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock. It's only 10 o'clock here. It is still early as fuck. The clubs is still this is getting it cracking. I'm still in suited and booted. I got on slacks and shit. I got on slacks and dress shoes and shit. I'm finna go out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna take this off and throw in I'm finna I got to go around the white folks. I'm going around people. I'm trying to do 30 and up at the club. I don't want to know young 20-ass niggas tagging and shit. So you got to change your wardrobe. Like you up in that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Put on your cashmere coat or something. People like, oh, they wouldn't mind coming to you like, oh, this nigga's about something. So I'm going to have to start making some YouTube videos fast in a hurry on some street shit so I can put them on my YouTube page so people come up here and like, oh, he's really funny. They already know I'm funny anyway. But I want to get the new people. I was doing some ratchet shit. I don't want no ratchet shit at my club. I can get a ratchet club easy. I can get a gang of strippers and niggas rapping and niggas with their pants and wearing Air Force Ones, t-shirts and chains. I ain't getting that. Do some classy shit. If you're in LA, holla at me. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna be running the city right now. I will give you some flyers and you can help ask these motherfuckers out. What the hell is wrong with you?
I got an announcement. We
got
an announcement. Coffee mugs to go with our shirt. We
got
coffee mugs to go with our shirt. Coffee mugs are $12. Coffee mugs are $12. Same thing goes. Half and half. All proceeds go to Lock High School. Half and half. When I tell y'all these, bro, let me tell the ladies something. Ladies, these robes and wine shirts is about to be so flicking. It's not even playing. Like, I'm not even playing. Like this shit, the sketch that I've already seen is like, I'm so excited. I want to take the fucking the sketch on my goddamn shirt. I just want to tape it on there and just wear it. I just want to wear the paper on my chest. That shit's so. Ooh. And I get to have a whole coffee mug to go with it. Stop. Y'all don't know. This shit we got coming for y'all. Stuff to give back to the community. Hey, we got plans, baby. We've been making plans.
I've been start going on. We can start doing the game show again. I've been start doing that shit. I was supposed to do it today. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I had other shit to do today, but I'm gonna do it tomorrow.
We both had shit to do all day today. We both been gone all fucking day today.
I was asleep all day today. I usually don't sleep. I didn't want to stay asleep in case somebody say, "Oh, nigga, I thought you didn't sleep." I actually was asleep all day. I woke up like 5 o'clock. I swear to God, I woke up at like 5 o'clock today. Like, what the fuck? Was sleeping like 4 o'clock in the morning. Woke up like 8 something, and watched a couple of pornos, and I went back to sleep. It was 5 o'clock. I said, God damn, I must have been tired as a motherfucker. What the fuck?
Nigga, that was
I ain't slept that. I felt guilty because I didn't really do shit all day. I'm like, damn, I didn't pass out. I think I only passed out like 3 flyers.
You done made, how the hell you fuck yourself out of work?
I came right back in. I said, you know what? I'm finna go back in. Let me do the ketchup fry. I'm gonna get some more motivation. It's gonna be like 10 o'clock. Nobody really out, so I'm finna go hit some clubs right now and like send the person club. I'm not gonna go on Facebook Live because somebody gonna cut my shit off. I probably just film the people, edit it, and make a video of the people I'm going to street meet tonight. But I probably don't fucking. I'm finna go try to find some sexy ass women to get. When I be doing the shows, I be going for some reason. The sexy women be coming out and shooting the commercials for me. So I'm finna go. You want to help the kids? Shoot this commercial for me and look sexy, and say you coming to the show and bring your ass to the show. All you can eat. All right. So we finna let. We better let y'all get out of here. Wait. I gotta answer somebody's questions who said, some men, like the reason why some men are not necessarily scared of relationships, right? Some men actually love hard too. They don't want to fall out of love. Like, damn, if I do fall in love, it's hard going to be falling out of love because maybe she's not ready. So I don't want to put all my into it, and it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Because if I put all my into it like I done this last bitch, she don't appreciate it. So sometimes when you a good nigga, you know what I'm saying, you get the same thing as a good woman.
Why you just come in her head like that? You were just super aggressive, like this. You was just real calm and transparent, and he was like, yeah, you know, because that's in the meantime, in between time, because that's what happened with this bitch.
That's what happened to him. You be like, they be like,
what happened with this bitch? You know, last week. Like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You know, women be asking, all of them be saying the same shit, right? And you be like, have all y'all been taught by the same person? Like, I didn't know. That's a good one. I didn't know. Like, why you do that? Oh, I didn't know. Or you didn't tell me. Like, I didn't tell you. I shouldn't have to fucking tell you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, like I tell women, right? Only a good woman if you're in a fucking relationship, right? And you showing that you're a good woman. If you single, I don't start a debate on this, right? Because I read it. If you single, it's impossible for you to be a good woman because actually you only have an idea of what a good woman is. You actually have to be in a relationship to be called a good woman. Now, Nisha, she can be called a good woman because she's in a relationship and she has proof and receipts that she's a good woman. Now, if she was single and they say I'm a good bitch and I'm a good woman, well, why you ain't got no man? You think all these niggas out here ain't looking for no good woman? You think you the only motherfucking good woman out here that's single that wants you? If you a good woman, right, you have to be in a relationship. I can say I'm a good man all the fuck I want to. Until I'm in a fucking relationship, I only got an idea of what kind of man I would be. I don't know if I'd be a fucked up individual. I don't know if I talk smart. I don't know if I try to overpower. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I know what type of man I would try to be, but then who's to say, oh, you're a good man in a relationship? You don't know that. That's why I don't want to get in one. I'm like, I'm scared of relationship because I'm scared how the woman might react, not how I might react. I know what I'm going to do in a relationship. I'm scared of what she might do. I'm not going to put all into that. She's like, you know what, Blaq? I like, no, you like, well, God damn, I done this, I done that, you know what? I'm good. You was too nice. I done told her, I had motherfuckers told me I was too nice. Damn. I'm too nice. You don't get.
You should have punched that bitch in the eye.
You're not serious enough. I'm not serious enough.
Let me stop playing before they say I'm encouraging domestic violence in this bitch.
Like, I'm not serious enough, bitch. Bitch, how's that for? Bitch, how's that for serious? You're not a real nigga, so I robbed her ass. Like, bitch, I'm not a real nigga. Give me all this. I tied her up. She's like, what you finna do? I'm like, bitch, I'm gonna rob you. Yeah, she's like, hey, the real nigga. I said, hold on, I tied her up with the handcuffed her to the bed. Like, and she like, what you finna do? Like, bitch, I'm out here. I'm finna rob the shit out of you. I'm gone. Bitch, I'm finna take this bitch. That bitch tripping. Bitch, I ain't a real nigga. I'll show you what a real nigga do, bitch. I'm out of here. You got me fucked up. Taking all this shit.
I'm gonna grab this chain I bought your ass.
Taking your kids' Lunchables and all this shit. I ain't a real nigga. You better not ever say I'm not a real nigga.
Lunchables, Blaq. That's the baby's lunch.
I stay sending kids Lunchables. That's like my little thing, right? I make sure if I go over a hood house, that's my little thing. You know, it like, I would like, oh, her kid got some Lunchables. She probably had hot piece in that motherfucker, burritos and shit. I will steal the kids' Lunchables just to let you know, like, you are scandalous for letting niggas go through your refrigerator eating your kids. Like, did you steal my kids' Lunchables? Especially the kind with the little sneaker in it or something. If you got them, they gone. I like the super the Lunchables with the high C.
I don't buy let me not say that like because to each his own. Ain't nothing wrong with Lunchables.
I would eat all your kids' food. You got Hot Pockets.
A long time ago,
though. I know kids eat Hot Pockets too. I would eat all your Hot Pockets. They two in the box. Your kids would come home mad as a motherfucker. Hot Pockets would be gone. Hot Pockets and a cup of noodles. I wouldn't cook the.
Y'all hear that? Hey, now, Richard ladies, y'all hear that? If Blaq come to your house, don't let that.
You know I'm scared. You let me know. I mean, all your kids snack. Let you know your kids gonna come home and pet
you. Go straight to your kitchen. You better check your kids' snacks. You better go check your kids'
gonna come home. The kids gonna come home mad at you, mama. So you gonna eat all my goddamn Lunchables. How you gonna explain to your kids? How you gonna explain to your kids that Lunchables gone?
Mommy, how you gonna?
What's he gonna say? I ate it.
The dog ate
You
it.
ate my lunch.
A dog ate it. A big black dog ate it. Dog ate your damn lunch. Well, I'm gonna find that damn dog too. Wait till I find that damn dog ate your lunch, baby.
Capri Suns, the ones the Capri, that was off the hook right there. I'm telling you, I was still on, especially when the trick or treating. You let me up your house on trick or treating. I wouldn't steal the kids' bag. I would hide it. You know what I'm saying? I just let them search for a little while, and be like, they'll call me like, did you see some kids' candy? I'm like, oh yeah, I put it.
You ain't shit. You ain't shit.
I'm like, I put it behind the dresser. Why would you put the kids behind the dresser? I didn't want him waking up in the middle of the night on the candy while I was up in here was doing our thing. So I hid the candy. I didn't want him to find it. He was gonna trick or treat twice. He was gonna be trick or treating the Easter egg hunting on the same holiday. Find the candy, I hid it, nigga, like an Easter egg. Oh, he had 2 holidays in one. She should be thanking me. But no kid experienced double holidays. When on Easter, I'll probably do the opposite.
Actually dealing with some snackless kids out here because of blaq.
You goddamn right.
Snackless kids out here in
No,
the world.
I do it to teach them a lesson. I do it to teach them a lesson. I do it to teach them a lesson. I do it to teach the women a lesson. You know what I'm saying? You got to answer.
How you gonna eat somebody's kid's snack to teach them a lesson? You ain't shit.
Don't be let niggas in your house. Don't let niggas in your house. Don't be letting these broke niggas in your house. You know I'm broke. You know I'm coming to your house. You know I didn't bring no food. You know I'm high. Don't be breaking these broke niggas in your house. It's a lesson. So next time,
learn your lesson.
Yeah. So
you know what? You just made me really. Thank you. Cause he just brought me this damn salad, and you brought me something to eat. This nigga stealing Lunchables and shit. You brought me.
I'm gonna steal your Lunchables. I'm stealing your Lunchables.
You ladies appreciate your men that ain't stealing Lunchables out here in these streets.
Goddamn right, I'm wrong. I'm stealing Lunchables. You gotta teach these ladies a lesson.
You just changed the standard of wretched nigga.
Look, I got a story. This is a true story, right? Have you ever? This is the same way old white couple, right? A mom and a daddy, some black kids have the same reaction when a black man walk in the house for the first time. They ain't saw him. Like I had a reaction. I walked in the kitchen on the white old couple. I spent the night. They both look like. You ever spent? Look, Nisha. I walked into a white woman kitchen and I walked into a little hood rat son kitchen, right? They both looked at me the exact same way with
nigga, what you
have reaction. Like both of them shocked in the motherfucker, like what this both of them probably think like, what this nigga doing?
Where is this nigga going? What is he doing?
What this nigga doing here? My daughter with my mother. Like, okay, this nigga is crazy.
Eating all my snacks.
What is this nigga
doing here eating all my snacks?
No. For white people house, you eat their cheese. White people like cheese, so you gotta eat their cheese. They got all kind of extravagant cheese and shit, and shit like that.
Crackers and shit, you know what I'm saying? With the carrots and shit and honey wheat.
I do a lot of racial jokes, right? And I do a lot of racial jokes, right? And I want to ask white people, like I be watching a lot of movies, why they don't use no towel why they use a soap? They take a shower. Why don't have no towel when they take a washcloth?
You know what? They like loofahs, from what I heard. Because I've actually asked somebody that question.
Why they don't like?
They don't like face towels. They like loofahs. Let me not say they don't like that shit. That I don't like saying.
You are racist.
Let me not say
you are racist. He's racist. You are racist.
It's been litty tonight, hasn't it? No, but in the movies, I'm saying as far as the movies is concerned and shit, like they like the loofahs. Like the loofahs are a better look in the movies.
No towels. No, hey, I be in the gym, right? And you go to to use the bathroom, right? They be walking around that motherfucking asshole naked, and the older you get, like the more naked you get. You know what I'm saying? You be walking in, you're like, oh man, like what the fuck? Oh man, he's walking around in the mirror shaving his asshole naked.
Like, come on, man.
don't give a damn, ball swinging. And then look, oh my God, you know, I'm a comedian, right? And this is
about to go left.
Like,
This is about to go left. I don't want to. I don't want
to. This is messy.
I don't want to.
They should have a gay gym. They should have a gay gym because you know niggas be watching, right? And it's this Mexican dude.
Pitch that idea to President Daddy. Pitch that idea to him. I'm sure he would approve. I'm positive he would approve.
It shouldn't be in the same gym with regular niggas because they make it uncomfortable. Because they be in the shower. It's like different places.
I refuse to join in on that one. I'm not joining in.
The Mexican was hitting the squats. It's the same little Mexican dude. He was hitting the squats. He like, the nigga like, oh, and he turned around and everybody like, oh shit.
Yeah, damn.
It was a group of niggas. I'm like, oh man. He walked like a girl and everything. Like these niggas is like, y'all need your own gym. This is crazy. You shouldn't be able to walk around.
I ain't touching it with a 10-foot pole, bro.
They shouldn't be around to walk around. They should be walking around and be able to see all them dicks freely. They should be able to like, look, you have your own gay gym.
I know quite a few women that might disagree with that. Your wifey might disagree with that too.
What, a gay gym separate the gym?
No, I'm just saying. You said don't nobody want to see all them dicks just walking around, and I'm saying I know a couple women that might disagree with you on that. You can't just stand nobody.
My bad. Yeah. Some of these niggas lose their goddamn mind. They have a goddamn gay. Well, maybe if there was a gay gym, maybe they can work out asshole naked and won't offend nobody and no shit like that. You get squatting with the dick all in the face or some shit like that. I don't know. Maybe they can do that. I don't know. They need to get out the regular gym. That shit is very frustrating. Very frustrating. I'm just saying. Yeah. Going north. I use towels on my face. Oh, somebody said they use the towels on their face and one. Oh, okay. I don't.
Yeah, they're face towels. The towel is for the face and the loop is for the body.
Sometimes I remember this one time I couldn't use I have no I got through having sex with a hood rat. I say the story all the time. It's a true story. I couldn't find no towel. She had no towel, but I guess she was washing her baby coat. Her baby coat was there drying. So I washed the coat off again though. I washed it off. I didn't just do it and hung it back up. When I done it, they had to, wasn't no towels, but it was a baby coat and some dishwash and some detergent. So I done my do. And I washed it. I used the baby coat and I washed it off again and I put it back on the shower.
Oh God!
You know what I'm saying? Was that wrong?
You know that was wrong. You wretched ass.
Oh well, no. The baby coat. I gotta teach people a lesson. I gotta teach these women a lesson. Don't let these niggas in your house. I'll be telling you, women, you don't know what these niggas be doing in your house. Don't let niggas in your house and you don't know these niggas. Wiping off their thing with their baby coat. You know what I'm saying? One time.
You always snitching on yourself.
One time I done something. One time she took. Look, one time.
You gonna have a whole bunch of angry single mothers sitting on your motherfucking line with bats and pitchforks. So, bitch, that was you ate my baby Lunchable.
If any dudes up in here, hashtag I did this. If a girl was taking too long in the bathroom.
Don't y'all snitch on yourself.
No. How long? You was over a female house and like she was taking too long in the bathroom, so you like, hold on, that sink right there in the kitchen, is water go down that sink right there.
No, I'm okay. That's where I draw the line. I'm going to bed. I don't have time for your shenanigans this evening. But we're not gonna do. No, okay. No, the answer's no. Okay, we don't. No,
oh, no, look.
The answer's no. I'm going to bed. Do this.
Look. You say, look. I'm not about to be here to eat them dishes or nothing like that. But the water go. Look, if I run the water at the same time, it's like same time. It's just like a toilet, like water and drain. You feel me? So she won't know the difference. What I'm trying to say is, don't let these niggas up your house. I'm trying to tell you, don't let these niggas. Look, my nigga did that. Charles done it. I know Charles done it.
Charles, I'm just listening. You know, no more. You out here eating kids' lunch.
I knew Charles. Charles done it.
You ratchet.
I told my nigga Charles done that. I can relate. I told you.
Y'all ratchet.
I told you. I was studying. I know I was gonna get my niggas to say it. So somebody, don't be muting me. He said he ain't shit. Charles said he ain't shit. He admitted he ain't shit.
That's that Chantel real nigga for you. He ain't shit. He know he ain't shit.
Yeah, he's shout out to a real nigga say I ain't shit. So,
Yeah,
so you know, women like that. Like I ain't shit. Well, at least some women were like, well, I ain't shit either. So we hook up perfectly. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for a nigga who ain't shit. You know how many dudes looking for a female who ain't about shit? A lot of niggas. That's easy pussy right there. Like she ain't about shit. She ain't got no job. She ain't got no place to stay. She ain't got no weed. You know what I'm saying? She ain't making no money. You know, she ain't about shit. Come on, what you doing? You want to smoke? When a nigga ain't about shit, it's different. When a woman ain't about shit, it's jackpot. Like bing. Ooh, I got one. Nigga, give me look. I know. This is a true story, and I'm out. This is a true story, and I'm out. I'm out for to take this girl home. We just gotta do our thing. So I didn't really want to buy her nothing. You know what I'm saying? But she like, well, buy me something to drink when I go home. I'm like, I already done my thing. I don't really want to buy you nothing. But I was a gentleman. I was like, okay, I'll buy you something. So she like, I want something to drink. I said, damn, we just got to having sex. I don't want to buy you drink and you go home. I'm supposed to buy you the drink before we do our thing. But I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm like, what do you want? She like a St. Ives. I said a St. Ives.
What?
I said, you know what? Get her a 6-pack. A St. Ives
today. Get the whole 6-pack. Get the whole.
I have never heard nobody say a St. Ives, and it was like 3 years ago. And St. Ives been out of style for a minute. I like a St. Ives. I'm thinking myself, is that all? You know what? Go ahead and get her. Go ahead and get her a 6-pack. What is you doing tomorrow? We got plans tomorrow. I need to holler at you tomorrow. Look, you need to holler at you tomorrow. I'm gonna get some weed.
Right.
I'm telling you. I'm finna be hitting the street tonight, right? I got a little weed. If I'm gonna do some her. I'm gonna go do some her. Like if I see a female at a bus stop and the bus is taking longer, it's cold, I'm like, her. I'm going like, hey, you smoke? She's like, yeah. She hop in the car and we gonna be, you know what I'm saying? And hey, come back and do my thing. Hopefully, hopefully I get some luck. I got this Valentine's Day thing. You ain't gonna go. In my mind, I'm thinking like, you ain't gonna be there. I'm just giving you hope. Like, oh, I got a Valentine's Day, and I just trick him. Like, yeah, I'm looking for a date, but in my mind, it's like, it's not gonna be you. I was just trying to trick you. Then when we do our thing, I'm like, okay, that's when you do this, Charles. So, you about to go? What you about to do? You call it a real Uber. You call it. I got an Uber. You wanna? Where you live at? Do that straight like, what you about to do? I was gonna spend the night here. No, you wasn't gonna spend the night here.
Who told you that?
Who told you that? I got you to do. I gotta go. I'm a comedian.
That's not even in my lease, bitch. I can't even do that. That shit is not written in my lease. As a matter of fact, I think my landlord discourages it. So, bitch, you gotta get the fuck up out of here.
Look, I'm like, I'm a comedian. So like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, bitch. I got a show to do, bitch. It's a late after show.
Blaq. It's 12:30 here.
Get off. I'm out of here. Get off. I'm out. I gotta go pass on the fly.
Bye, y'all. Shit, I'm gonna go be a good woman. Fuck y'all.
See you later. I'm gonna talk to the people for about 2 more seconds, and I'm out of here. I'm about to say, wow, boss is having an alarm set. I ain't the boss. I ain't got no goddamn alarm. My phone is broke. I can't get up there. Good night, fam. All is well. See y'all tomorrow. My alarm is set. I set yours. You can set mine? You can set my alarm on my phone? Nisha, don't forget to send that to my inbox. I heard my boy Bizzlecone got a new goddamn song. Nisha Brown Chicken, Brown Cow. Brown Cow. And I love spaghetti. I love spaghetti too. Spaghetti is my shit. But crazy eyes to me, eyes too. Pure of heart. about to get up out here. I gotta go pass out these flyers. I'm not as confused. I know what the hell I'm talking about, Tiffy. What am I confused about? I am very up here. Oh look. Yeah, I got a ED. I got a JOD. Have a blessed night. Patron show starts tomorrow night. Yeah, we're gonna try to put up tomorrow night. You know, I'm gonna try to go get some clips. If I hook up with Sheena, we're gonna discuss like you know, who wants some parts. You know, we're gonna see what direction we're gonna go with the show tomorrow. So we gotta have a lot of people in it so we can make the show go faster and faster. Everybody have a little part editors and people. You got people who gonna be finding stories like, you know, people who do research so we know who to fuck with. We're doing a lot of shit. And it's gonna be free, and it's gonna be fun. We're gonna be helping people for free, fun, and then people gonna be getting paid. All that other shit. We're gonna be doing some shit that ain't never been done before. So this is like history. You're gonna be sound like this is a sales pitch. Like this how the like when you on a commercial, they give you a sales pitch. Oh, you are. Oh, this is like some birthday shit. Oh, y'all are gonna be a part of history. And it has never been done before. Y'all are. Just join on the team, and we are going to make history. We are going to take over the world with this comedy platform. We're going to have everybody laughing. The next comedian is going to be the next president is going to be a comedian. We're going to put Kevin Hart in the White House. Comedy is going to take over the world. Y'all need to be part of it. Donate. Send it to this. Send it to that. Be part of this. Be part of that. Be a team. Show us what a goddamn some comedy look like. This is all that. We're gonna do all that. I'm telling you, look, watch on this next show. My jokes are gonna be a whole lot fucking funnier. People be like amazed, like when I be going to club, like, where did you come up with that joke at? I'm like, what joke? I don't even remember half the jokes I say when I come off stage. I'm like, what the fuck do you say? I be having the people be reminding me what the fuck I be saying. I'm like, oh, that shit was funny. Like, yeah, nigga, it was your joke. I'm like, oh, I gotta use that shit. But when I write, my jokes are a whole lot better. This shit right here, this other platform, the Patreon is gonna give me time to write my jokes and then be able to discuss them. So you're gonna see a different type of joke, and you're gonna see when I know my joke, I know how to time my joke, I know what to say, I know what words to use, and all that. So you're gonna see a whole lot of different comedy. And those who won't want to see the comedy, you don't think I'm funny, you don't have to see it no motherfucking more. You don't have to look at it and say, Blaq, you're not funny. Okay, well, we're going to stick with that. I know I'm funny. Put me up against your favorite comedian and watch me wax his motherfucking ass. I don't give a fuck who he is. I'm going to be the funniest motherfucker ever. You know, ever. I'm out. Where my phone at? I'm going to go hit these streets and pass out these flyers. Somebody's in the mood for love. And I'm out. Let me read these comments. Y'all talking shit. I be reading these comments.